Hey, what's up? This is GMAC. Gonna start this right here, give us something to look at until I learn how to edit and do better. But this video, I want to just talk about how to get better as a trader, like steps to improve. Okay, and first off, the only constant in trading that I can think of that we have is time of day. So with that in mind, I think if you're struggling or if you're new, block out a 2-hour window and stick to those 2 hours. Like for me, it is, 7 to about 8:30, 7:15 to 8:15. I'm just doing an hour, hour and a half at Asia due to work because most nights, I can be in front of the screen during that time. So that's my block of time. Preferably, mine would be 8 to 10, more like 8 to 11 Eastern time, the New York session. So that would be my first tip. And my second one would be one asset. And I'm not saying one time a day and one asset forever. I'm saying if you're struggling or if you're new, stick to one time a day or one session, like morning session, afternoon session, or pre-London or London or Asia, time in Asia. Just block out your 2-hour window, then one asset. Like me, it's NQ. I love its volatility. Gold is another good one. Or if you're a Forex person, the Euro, USD, or the 6E futures. Whatever it is, it don't matter. You can just pick whatever. But the reason is because you're gonna learn how it moves. You're gonna get on all these time frames and you're gonna see, okay, it does this. Okay, when we're trending, it acts like this. Like Asia, for example. See how we on this day we rebalanced. We had a new day opening gap. We rebalanced it in 20 minutes. That don't happen every day, but it happens once a week, sometimes twice a week. So you could have a model. You could. I really need to look at it from 6 to 6:30, and as it starts rebalancing, when it starts getting above this wick right here, or right here at this fair value gap, as you get in this wick and it's starting to go up, why not 498.50? That's 16 points below this. That's a 1 to 2. Risk 8 for 16. Boom, you're out. That could be one of your models during Asia. And that's what I need to implement. But you'll just start seeing these. What I'm getting at is you'll start seeing these things reoccurring weekly, daily. My big thing is like right here. I'll stop this if I can know how here. Pause. Okay, maybe not. Maybe this is pause. No. Forward shift. Pause. Yeah, pause button. Okay, I go to 7:30. Boom. Right there. Mark out 7:30 open. That's my opening time. That's what I say anyway. Okay. Then I zoom out hourly. PD race above there. Okay. 8 right here. 7:30. Okay. So there's nothing really on the hourly there that I see. Um, we're respecting this fair value gap here, right? So we're going from internal to external, meaning, okay, we've come to internal. The next swing high that hadn't been broken is way up here. Well, we're not going to go all the way up there. So I'm going to go to a different time frame. I'm going to go down. I'm in the hour. I'll go to a 15-minute. Do we see any PD raise? 7:30 this day is here. Okay, well, gosh, look at that. We're we're respecting a bullish fair value gap. So I'll be looking for a dip down below the 7:30 open, which it does, into what? A fair value gap. Boom. And then we would target this. So 544, 575, that's a quick 30 points. And it happens in 15, 20 minutes. Okay. That's how I find the trades. It's 7:30 open. We're going to manipulate into a PD ray. because I do accumulation. As you can see, or accumulate, manipulate into a PD ray, then we distribute. Accumulate, manipulate back in this same PD ray, distribute. And vice versa if we're bears. But that's how I find my trades is 7:30 open, then I go to different time frames looking what PD rate. If we're below the 7:30, I'm looking for it to manipulate into a fair value gap this way or vice versa. Okay, that's even on a 5-minute, 7:30 actually opens here. We're down. When you see something like this, an automatic rebalance, I'm looking bullish. Okay, we've inverted the new day opening gap. Okay, we inverted it here. A drop down back into this region here would be extreme discount. To me, I would be targeting this swing high at first, and then you could go to this one, then you just keep going, levels up. But 7:30, boom, open, drop down into a PD rate. As we start coming up, you could be in, you could be in, say, 542, stop under here. That's a 15 points. Looking for what? 30, 71. Boom, hit it right there. Nail on the head. 1 to 2. Risking one contract, you'd be risking 300 for 600. That's just an example, you know, of uh, of what I do. Sorry to stop the chart there, but I get a little excited talking about this because that's what I do. But the biggest thing the biggest things that are going to help you is sticking to the time, blocking out the same time every day and showing up to the charts, having one asset so you can see how it moves, and then you've got to have your edge. If you're still working on it, it's fine, but you have to know what you're doing. You just can't get on here and start trading. You got to get on here and have an exact idea of what you're looking for, and then just execute. Get the reps in. Keep going. Show up day after day. Journal. How did it do? How long? What time was your entry? What time was your exit? How long did it take to hit your TP? How long did it take to hit your stop loss? Things of that nature. And just track your data. Try to aim for at least a 1 to 2. Start out with 1 micro if you have to, and work your way up. I'll go over risk management and things of that nature later on. But this video is really going to be the 3 things. If you're struggling or if you're new, I would do this. Time of day, 1 asset, get your reps in. So you got to know your model to get your reps in. So you need to find your model if you don't have one. I can give you examples of mine. I'll just give you 2. The first 30 minutes of Asia from 6 to 6:30. Sometimes it will rebalance. That new day opening gap will rebalance real quick. It don't happen every day. Sometimes it'll act like it will and it just falls off the face of the earth. But you will see these things, and especially if you journal and take notes of how the price action went during that time frame, you will see it over and over. And when you do, that's maybe you're struggling, and something like that will go a long way for your mental. So I just want to come on here and give you a quick video on if you're struggling, if you're new, what I would do to try to help you get going in the right direction. I'm going to be posting every day. GMAC SMC on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. I'm doing something on there every day. I'm growing this. I'm going to have a good personal brand. I'm going to get better at the editing. I'm going to put the work in. I'm going to use the payout to hire a mentor if I have to, which I know I do. I'm going to, and I'm not going to stop until I reach financial freedom for me and my family and break this generational curse of poverty that's been over our family for generations. But I appreciate you. I love you. I pray for you. And if you have any questions, please like, comment, subscribe, share, tell your friends. I need to get to 500 subs quick. We need to get this thing rolling. and I'm gonna do my part. The work's coming. Live streams are coming. I'm still trying to figure out this camera. I may just have to go buy a different one. If so, so be it. But we will be live streaming uh, every day this month until July. And then I'm going on vacation, and then I want to try to starting some type of service, whether it be a Discord or a Zoom or things of that nature. But kind of rambling here. Like I said, I love you, appreciate you, God bless you, and good luck trading.